Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kimball Hooker Show. It's so fabulous to be here today. It's a beautiful day. We have a special guest today, and I'm just excited to have her here because she's so busy, which is a great problem to have. But we want to welcome the beautiful and talented Miss Dayna Donna.
Thank you so much.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really happy to be here.
Nice.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot to cover because I see you online. Everybody's like checking for you. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, who is that? I see all these comments and likes and shares, and I want to just get right to it, get down in it.
Okay.
I've heard you sing before. Blew me away.
Thank you.
Couldn't believe it. Just
wow.
Oh my gosh, like where's she from? She from like a different place? You can't be from the Bay. That sounded like that.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. How did you actually get started? Like were you younger?
Yes.
Like how did you get started?
Yeah. So I grew up singing. So my dad and my aunt are singers, and I would hear them rehearsing around the house, and I just naturally grew up singing. And I want to say like in my teens, like 12 or 13, I started performing out in like local events. And then I got my confidence to perform just early on. And I started doing that. And then, eventually I got drafted kind of into the music industry.
Okay.
Because my parents sent like a video recording of me performing Selena songs to the fan club. And it made its way to Selena's dad. And so he heard it, and then he invited me, and my parents, accompanied me to audition for him. And I just, honestly, it was like a dream come true. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that. And then from there, it just seemed like music opportunities kept finding me for some reason.
Right.
And I just devoted my whole life to the craft of music since then.
Music is so inspiring.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it
Just
is.
to give back, what I mean, a piece to yourself.
Yes.
I have to say this though. Anytime someone tells me this, I have to elaborate on it. I love when the parents get involved, and support their children.
Yeah, that means a lot.
It does something for the morale of the relationship of not only the parents and the child, but I think it manifests out into the world too.
True.
Because people know.
Yeah.
They know when you're like, with those momagers, when they're like, you gonna sing that song.
Yeah.
But it's different when it comes from you. Like you love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it says a lot about you. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to, say,
thank
Yay.
you so much.
You go parents, you go pops, you go
and they
moms.
keep it real too. Like I just, I'm grateful because they keep me really grounded.
Right.
And so
that's important.
They tell me like, hey, you should practice this more before you go on there, or I'll get their opinion, their honest opinions. And, everyone wants to cut everyone down. If you're, kind of in a, trying to showcase your talent or anything like that, there's always going to be positive people and negative.
True.
So, having like honest people around you, that's really
support.
important. Yeah. So I'm grateful, at least like they keep it real with me too.
So let me ask you this. When you were listening to music, what kind of music? Was it like old school music? Was it today's music?
Oh yeah, everything. But I grew up really with Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Selena, and Boyz II Men.
Those are heavyweights.
Yeah, and Aretha Franklin, Otis Redding.
Oh, Motown.
So everything was played. So
see, and I hear all that in your voice.
Oh wow,
I absolutely do. You know what I mean? Just like, I wouldn't really say like one person in particular, but just that sound.
Okay.
There's a sound that you have that resonates with me when I hear those old school records. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like some old Motown, the soul in your voice.
Wow.
It resonates.
Thank
Absolutely.
You.
So let me ask you this: do you play any instruments?
I don't. That's like my one regret. I was put into piano lessons like early on. I think even guitar maybe, and I just didn't have like the discipline to apply myself. I wish I would have though. But just singing, I really like studied my craft and singing. I actually am like I got sponsored by like Interscope Records. I met Jimmy Iovine along my journey.
Yeah.
And there was a producer named Polo de Don that was signed to Jimmy Iovine's Interscope Records. And I was able to audition for Jimmy Iovine at his home.
Nice.
This is crazy to me, but I got to go to his home, and they heard me sing, and then Jimmy Iovine had said, wow, you sing like very, you have like interesting, like unique runs and rolls and riffs and stuff like that. And then they were like, we're going to put you on an artist development deal. And I took opera training lessons. So I got to know like my voice pretty good, really well actually. And yeah, I just devoted my whole time, all my free time to just, being as good as I can make my voice sound.
That's good. So, that's good that you take it serious.
Took it serious, yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you this. Okay, so I want your opinion on this. When you see things like The Voice, or America's Got Talent, or anything like that, how do you feel about that in terms of how that can grow an artist or put yourself in that? Do you think that helps or hurts?
I feel like if you can get on the TV shows, I think that does so much for boosting your platform and just getting people to know who you are. Mm-hmm. If you can make it on there, that's like fantastic. But I know that like ultimately you won't have any control over like the final product, your songs. It's going to be, you're going to be going with whatever the vision they have for you. But I think to get on the show, it's more of like a casting TV show, because I have had like some experiences trying out for American Idol and then X Factor, and I made American Idol when I tried out, but I think my age was too young for the requirement, so I couldn't go further. And then with X Factor, I made it through to like the what is it, like the round where you go on you make it on TV, but the producers are assigned to you, and then they tell you like, hey, what's your background? What's your story? Like, what can we showcase to the audience to make you really unique? And, it's more of like they want a storyline for the show. So it's kind of, I think it's great and fun if you make it on there and you share that experience. But then if you don't make it on there, I think it can be like hurtful to your self-esteem too, because it's not the end of the world. It's just that opportunity, and you got to figure out what you want to do.
I've always wondered about that, because you get on those shows, right, and you see all these views, right, and you comments and people go, oh my gosh, she sounds great,
right,
and then a year later, like nothing happens, like nothing. These people are nowhere to be found. I just wanted your opinion on that. I've never really had a conversation like that.
I actually got to see some of the Idol contestants in the studio when I was working in Los Angeles. I was signed to the production company who would produce all of the American Idol contestants, and they were named the Underdogs, and that was like a huge honor for me, because the Underdogs was Damon Thomas and Harvey Mason Jr. And Harvey Mason Jr. is now the CEO of the Grammys. So it was just amazing to be around there. But I would see the contestants come in, and I think it was like Fantasia, Ruben Studdard, and everything is kind of like you show up, and then these are the songs you do,
right, and
you have to perform what they give you. But it's not like you go in and then you create the music you want. It's a total different vibe than like the singer-songwriters that come in, and
that's totally different vibe.
So I don't know, it's more power to you if you want that experience, and then just life is what you make it. So
that's true. That is true. So what's ahead for you now? You have a band?
No, I'm looking for a band actually.
Okay, all right.
I'm looking to get a band together, and right now I just had a baby 11 months ago. And
congratulations.
Thank you so much. And my life has just changed so much for the better, but also it's different because prior to having Mariah, I was able to like spend a lot of time in my studio and just write for hours and hours uninterrupted. And I have a lot of like pop R&B material that I've written, some dance material that I've written. I do a lot of multi-genres stuff, because I write to whatever I hear. I get inspired. But I started doing the oldies after the opportunity presented itself for the East Side Story. I got on there. And so I've had, opportunities happen in this genre. So I've been doing cover songs, and I do miss the writing process also, but it's just finding like band members and everything like that. I just want to make sure I find the right, group of people,
right,
and just get the creative juices flowing again. So
that's key.
Hopefully soon. Yeah.
Right. That is actually key. So do you see yourself more of a singer-songwriter, or do you see yourself more of a cover artist?
No, a singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter.
Yeah. The covers though are working for me at the moment, just because my time right now, like my day job, I'm a court reporter, full-time court reporter for the Superior Court, and then I cover trials, so I have to bring a lot of transcript work home after the 9 to 5, and then I have the baby, which I want to spend a lot of time with her too, and then the writing, it's just like that's another like baby for me,
That's a lot.
So it's for me, like the covers, it's kind of like fulfilling my love for the music right now,
right?
And it's like it's a little bit easier for me to manage like music and everything else going on, but on my little down times, I have like the songwriting in mind that I'm trying to get to. So
where would you like to take your music path, or your career?
I'm definitely staying independent. So
Okay.
I have my own independent record label that I just established last year. And I got it going, and it's an official. I got my logo, I got my name, I got my LLC, I got all my stuff together. And I'm currently just recording right now. I'm in the process of recording more songs. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely stay independent.
Okay.
I've had some labels reach out and offer me some deals and everything like that, but I think ultimately I just like the freedom, and the flexibility to just do anything. I can.
Music is in a crazy place right now too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like with Spotify and Amazon, and uploading your music, and
it's
claiming your money, your rights, your publishing, and it's How do you? Okay,
Yeah.
so are you involved with that end of the music business? You are. Okay, let me ask you this then. So when you set up your company, right? And you want to be able to claim your music and upload your music, do you go through any of the online platforms?
I do, and that makes it more simple to do it that way. I do that. I go through one of the music distributors for independent artists, and then I just kind of follow the process to get like the cover license, and,
right? Okay.
And then register all my copyrights and my sound recordings and everything like that.
DistroKid.
Yeah. DistroKid's great. I have used DistroKid a lot, actually.
Right. Yeah, see, I deal with all
simple.
that as well.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know your opinion on that, because it's like I like to hear different things to possibly change how I do business.
Yeah,
as well.
I mean, there's probably more creative ways to do that. It's just, I don't know of any other ones for myself right now. But I mean, if anyone has any information on that, I'm always willing to learn more. Yeah. But it makes it DistroKid and like TuneCore, all those places. It makes it really simple. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Where can you be found in terms of like your email, or how do you get booked? Who books you? Do you book yourself? Do you manage yourself?
Yeah,
website?
I'm self-represented, but I do have like a team of consultants that I look to for advisement. But yeah, you can go to daynadonna.com or daynadonnabooking@gmail.com.
Two different emails.
Dayna Donna is just the website.
Okay, that's the website.
And then the email is daynadonnabooking@gmail.com.
Okay,
and
got
then I'll get back to the inquiries on there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I try to stay like as local as I can, just because it's easier for me. But I'm willing to, do others.
Now, when you say
stages.
local, are you speaking of like shows, or are you speaking of like
Shows.
your music, putting your music out?
No, shows.
Just like doing live shows.
Doing live shows.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So more or less just the Bay.
Yeah.
The Bay Area. And what's the purpose
Well,
for that?
I'm not exclusively like limiting it to that, but I like to cover a lot of like my home base, because that's where I feel like most a lot of love actually, and connection just in my community. So, I always try to, hope to play nearby.
Oh, got it.
Like
got it.
everyone's connected. I feel like we're all connected in the community over here, but I'm willing to go other places also. Vegas,
Vegas, baby. You heard it.
Yeah.
Contact the website. Contact the email.
That's right.
You gonna meet her in Vegas. Hopefully, I'll get the invite as well.
Yeah.
Vegas is actually a nice place. I performed in Vegas. It's
you have?
Absolutely, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Texas Rancho Station. Shout out to them.
It's fun.
You know what I like about
Energy,
Vegas?
yeah.
Is you get a lot of people from different places all over the world.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So the people that are in Vegas, they're not from Vegas.
Right.
So you'll get people from Canada, from Japan, from China, from all over the world, and they're like,
true.
"Oh my gosh, like who's this?"
Yeah.
Your name will get out there so much faster, and different people appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they've never heard that. Maybe they've never heard your sound where they live, where they're from.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's true. That's true.
That's one location where you can be heard by so many different backgrounds of people.
Yeah. I know.
You know
I
what I
love Vegas. I want to go back any time.
Right. So your music, so you don't play, but do you have a band that puts your music together?
I have a producer a music producer that is a musician, and then he puts all the music together, and then sometimes we get live music studio musicians to come. Yeah, we collaborate all sorts of different ways.
Isn't that so much fun?
Oh yeah, it's the best, and it's I don't know, to hear it back, like playing it, I feel like I get so critical too, and I'm like, oh, we could do that better. But sometimes you just gotta like accept, it's like the moment, the feeling of the moment in the recording.
Are you your biggest critic?
Yes. I don't know, maybe my dad might be, because
Right.
he grew up like coaching my voice,
Right.
And like sometimes I feel really good about a part, and he's like, you could do that better, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know.
Yeah.
That is my best, and then I do it again, and then I'm like, I see, you have a good ear.
Who's your biggest fan?
My biggest fan, my little girl.
Really?
Right now.
You sing to her?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool.
Yeah, and then she says mama now, so I'm trying to get her to sing. I'm like, soon, girl, you will learn soon. You're gonna be a singer. Yeah.
What keeps you going?
Honestly, it's just I had stopped music for a little bit. I got into the music industry really serious, and then I dedicated maybe 10 years chasing like major record deals.
Right.
And then I decided, you know what? Because I feel like in the music industry, it was like, you're just one song away from the biggest opportunity. It's always like one song.
Right.
And then if it doesn't go good, then your world is like, shattered. It's just a lot of, I think it's emotionally draining also, because if you're a musician, you're a singer, songwriter, you put your whole heart into it.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's like so personal. And so I chased that dream for a long time, and then I said, it's time for me to just like do a different chapter, and I'm going to go to school and make a living, because it was really getting really hard to support myself just doing only music. So I did close the music chapter, and then I just didn't feel like myself for those many years. I don't know, there was a big piece of myself that was missing. I just felt like my heart was empty. Yeah.
I hear myself coming out of your mouth. That's crazy.
And I've talked to other musicians about this, and other singers about this, and they all relate somehow. Right. Yeah. And I said, for some reason, music always just kind of finds me in its own way. And then I had gotten approached by one of the local bands here out of San Jose, and they were looking for a lead singer, and I said, why not? Sure. And then it just got me in. It opened me back up to performing live, because at first I was more into the studio stuff, and then it kind of connected me with performing, and then I started appreciating like connecting with live audiences, and I'm like, wow, like, this is awesome too. So then I just did that, and then the pandemic happened.
Oh, wow.
I stopped performing, and then I was like, what can I do? And then I started recording again. So
is it the music
Yeah.
that's draining, or is it the music business?
the music business is like the killer, right? It's terrible. There's so many
brutal.
sharks, and they don't look at you. The business side does not look at like the artist as a human being.
Right.
It's just a like a
Right.
cash cow. What can I get from this person?
Right.
It has nothing to do with like your love, your passion, your gift, your skills.
They don't
like,
care anything about
nothing.
that.
Yeah, it's so that's terrible. But like, if I'm like me, I've always just performed and sang for the love of it, because it just completes me. And even if no one heard my singing or anything like that, my music, I have so much material that I've never released, but I just continue to write and record just because it fulfills like my soul. That's
Right.
all.
It's
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's just happy. Like me, that makes me happy. Just doing that, I guess.
Right. What
Yeah.
would you say to someone trying to come into this business to keep them motivated?
Ooh, don't do it for any other purpose besides just the love of it. You know what I mean? That's what I would say. Because as long as it's fulfilling yourself, then that's all that matters. But if it's to shine and be a star, or to, make a lot of money or anything like that, that's the wrong reason.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't sign up for that. So,
Yeah, you can be. It's really hard. Yeah.
what do you draw from the most when you're performing?
When I'm performing,
Like live?
live, what do I draw from?
Like, what do you enjoy the most when you perform?
I think being heard.
Just being heard?
Yeah, being heard, because I sing all the time to myself, and I can live a fulfilling life just doing that on my
doing
own,
that.
singing on my own to my baby or to the wall, whatever. I'm fine doing that, but when I'm performing live, I think being heard and someone acknowledging like my feeling in the music and connecting, that is like what keeps me doing that, wanting
Right.
to perform live. Yeah.
What's your favorite song to sing?
My favorite song to sing is probably, I like currently, because I can sing pretty much like all different genres, and I like a little bit of everything, but I'm doing a lot of oldies right now, and my favorite song in the set is Yes, I'm Ready by Barbara Mason.
Oh, I love that
Just
song.
because the melody is so pretty, the words are so pretty, and then I think the people that listen to it, they just connect with, I think the nostalgia of it. Yeah. And
Can I ask you for a little bit of that? Just a little bit? Can we get a little taste? Can we get a little bit of that?
I'm going to be a little raspy because I'm getting over a cold, but I will do my best to sound
Oh, take your time.
as good. Okay. Okay. I don't even know how to love you just the way you want me to, but I'm ready to learn. Yes, I'm ready to learn, to fall in love, to fall in love, to fall in love with you.
Ooh.
I don't even know how to kiss your lips at a moment like this, but I'm going to learn how to do all the things you want me to. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready to fall in love, to fall in love, to fall in and
Goodness.
I need some
Oh
little
my
tamarines or something.
You know what? You're signed. I'm gonna sign you right now. Right now. We just go get
Thank
right
you.
to it. My, that's amazing. You know what I heard?
Thank you.
Just all your practice, your breath control, your just everything. Your
Thank
finger
you.
snaps. I listen to all of it. It's
Oh.
amazing. Beautiful.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much.
I'm blown away.
Oh.
Honestly, I'm blown away.
Thank you.
I wish nothing but the best for you.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
That
I
one of
appreciate
these
that.
days you're gonna open that door and that person's gonna be right there and take you boom right through the moon. I believe it. I believe. I'm a believer.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
for sure.
you.
You know, timing is everything.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes our timing comes in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like you see a Michael Jackson, he's like 7, 6, 7. It's like bam, it
Yeah.
just hit, boom.
Yeah.
You know, and then sometimes you get a Prince,
Oh my goodness.
a Madonna. You get all these people, right?
Yeah.
And all of our timing is just different.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's not coming,
That's true.
but our timing is just different.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, something big happens for them late in life,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't even see it coming.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah. And
It's God's timing too.
I
you know,
believe that.
you know,
I believe that.
I believe that. You know.
I'm in agreement with you 100%. I feel like everything happens and it's meant to happen for some reason. And if it's meant to be,
Yeah.
it's going to be, you know, you can. And that's the other thing is like, I feel like sometimes, you know, it's just, you know, sometimes in music, there's like a lot of competitive people around. And sometimes people try to either knock people down or block opportunities for people sometimes. But I do feel like, you know, whatever's meant to be will be. And if it's in your path, it's just going to find its way to you no matter what.
I always say preparation meets opportunity.
That's right. As long as you're ready.
You got it. You just said it. You just said
ready.
it. Right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. You know,
Yeah.
you prepared yourself for over the long haul. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it's not something that you just say, hey, you know, I want to do this, and you just surprise, I'm here. No, I can tell.
Oh,
you know that you put your work in, and it's just a matter of the right person at the right time and taking you right through that route. Boom. You know what I mean? And every time I hear you sing, I know it, even when I'm online.
Oh,
and I'm
wow.
just kind of like going through my, and I hear your voice. I'm just like, oh, there she go.
Aw.
She had it. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's it right there.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, where do you see yourself, say, in 5 years?
Oh my gosh, I'm definitely gonna be singing forever. So that's the thing I thought about, and I said, oh, even after the baby, I thought, you know, some people had said, oh, you shouldn't do music. You're gonna have a baby. You know, you can't do music anymore, or you're too old for that,
All
or
the
whatever.
naysayers.
Yeah, and it's like, no, you know, and I don't ever do anything to prove anyone wrong or to show, you know, a stance like I'm only doing this to prove this point. But no, it's just like I have to live by example for my daughter now. Now that I have her, I feel like I have this leadership role that I didn't feel that I had before. So now I'm like, no, I'm going to show her you can do anything you want to do,
Right.
you know? And I think having her just made me stronger mentally because now I'm like, yeah, let's do this. I think we can do this. And then I have her being a part of it too. She's always with me around when I'm practicing and everything like that. She's always with
In the
me. So I
mix,
just hope
right
that,
there in the
I
mix.
just hope
Yeah.
she takes something like from that, something
Right.
positive.
I'm sure she
from
will.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have so much soul about yourself, so
Yeah.
I don't see how that wouldn't rub off. I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you do your shows and you have like you perform more with a track or more with band?
Right now I'm performing with tracks, but I do plan on doing like, you know, more like bigger shows with a band.
With a band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you sang like with other people, like duets or background singers, or?
I haven't yet.
No.
No, I haven't. But I know we were talking about that behind the
Interesting.
scenes. I know. I would love to though. I'm
Like
like
full
open to
production.
collaborations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun. I
Yeah.
think that would be a lot of
I
fun.
can see you doing that. Full production, big band.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, obviously you can do a stripped down, you can do a trio.
Right,
I mean, that's
right.
cool too.
Yeah.
But have you seen those what do they call those well, back in the day, they used to have them like they're stripped down, where it's just like they'll break like an Earth, Wind, and Fire, where they have all those horns and everything, and then they'll
yeah.
strip it down.
Kind of like the unplugged, right?
Like an
The
Unplugged,
unplugged,
yeah.
yeah.
What do
Those
you
are
think about
cool.
that?
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool, huh?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be more like
Stripped down.
vocal. Yeah.
Vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool.
That's the naked truth
Like,
right there.
everybody bring your glass of wine or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I like about that?
Yeah.
So right now, they have these situations online where, what do they call that? It's like so far, is it?
Okay. Is it are you talking about the Tiny Desks?
They have the
concerts
tiny
like
desk
that?
too. They have the,
Okay.
so they visit the city, right?
Oh.
And they'll have like a full band, but it's not really a band.
Oh.
So they'll have like, it's all stripped down. Sometimes they're not even using real instruments. It's
Oh, so they just use whatever's around them?
whatever's around.
Oh, that's
And-
cool.
Right.
That's
And they're
cool.
creating melodies, and they're creating all
my-
kinds of stuff behind that, and they're really singing. Jimmy Kimmel's on it. I see it on his show all the time. Yeah. It's amazing. You got to check it out.
I got to check this out.
Absolutely got to check it out.
Yeah.
Your CDs, how many CDs do you have?
So I'm in the process of making more because I'm just doing singles right now. So I'm working on a Soldies EP, and then I have original material that I've written that's actually not oldies. It's like R&B pop, pop music. And then, but for the oldies music, I'm doing singles. So I have I Love You for All Seasons, Yes, I'm Ready. And then those are available to buy online. And then Angel Baby, Darling Baby, and then the Brenton Wood. Oh, I don't know why, but I love you. I forgot the name of it. I just can't think of it right now. What is it called? Oh, I Like the Way You Love Me.
I Like the Way You Love Me.
So I just recorded and I got my master today. So
That's online?
Well, not yet.
Not yet,
So
okay.
those 3 I haven't released online. So Darling Baby, the Brenton Wood, those 2 I haven't released online, and then Angel Baby, that one is online, but the actual single CDs aren't available yet, but they will be next month.
Brenton Wood, may he rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace. Left some beautiful music for us.
Oh my goodness, the best. Yeah.
Classic and beautiful. Oh my
He did it till the wheels fall off though, because
I
he
know,
was in his wheelchair singing. I saw.
I know.
I'm like, what?
Respect, right? That's like, and he's doing that for love because, I mean, at that point,
But look at all the people he brought together.
so many people,
Right?
So many people. Yeah, it's amazing.
That's how you.
That's a
wanna go.
legacy.
That's a legacy you leave right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you have people singing your music,
Yep.
and so many people are just driving down the street in your car, in the kitchen, cooking food, barbecues, cookouts. You know what I mean? And they're all singing your music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's goals.
Right?
Goals, yeah.
Big goals, yeah.
Amazing, yeah.
So you have those projects that you just mentioned. Where can they be found?
So on my website, daynadonna.com, they're going to be uploaded on there.
They will be.
They will be.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
but
they're-
everything else can be streamed online if you want to listen to it. It's on like iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming platforms. It's all
Got
on
it.
there.
Okay, so plug yourself one more time.
Sorry.
Shamelessly plug yourself.
Dayna Donna with a Y, Dayna, and then Donna. And then you can find me on YouTube, Apple Music, what else? Spotify.
Right, Amazon.
Everywhere, yeah.
All the mom and pop shops everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Google me.
Yeah.
Google me. Yeah.
And the singles can be purchased on my website or on Instagram actually too. So
Nice.
Dayna Donna Music. Yeah.
Is that your real name?
Dayna is my first name, and then Donna is my added stage name.
How did you get that?
Because everyone mispronounces Dayna. They say like, is it Donna or is it Dina? They'll say all these different names, and then one of my producer friends had said, why don't you just go by Dayna Donna, because people mispronounce your name all the time. It's just a little flip on it, and you can say Dayna Donna so they'll remember. And I said 2 first names, I don't know about that. And then I started thinking, and I'm like, yeah, let's go with that.
I like it. It's
Dayna
cool.
Donna.
I like it. One of our producers had said, "Oh, I found this girl online, and oh, she's bad.
Oh,
She's super bad."
Oh, wow.
I said, "What's her name?" She said, Dayna Donna. I said, "What? Can she fly?" Sound like a superhero.
I know.
Yeah, I like that. Dayna,
you.
listen, we're going to have to wrap this up.
All right.
I've had a pleasure and a blast
Me
just talking with
too.
you about your career and
thank
the direction you plan to go. You're an inspiration to so many people.
Oh, thank you.
I love you. The world
you.
loves you. Everybody stay tuned. Go check this girl out, Dayna Donna, and Google her. Check her music out. If you see her in concert, go buy a ticket. Support her. And until next time, from the Kimball Hooker Show, we'll see you next time.
Yes.
Peace.
You just heard the Kimball Hooker Show here on KCAT Radio. Explore all our KCAT original programming at kcat.org/radio.